Hey y'all, welcome to Old Ranch Garage and thank you for tuning in. This video here is going to be kind of my channel introduction. So what I'm really going to work on here is just get you guys introduced to all my vehicle projects I got going on, projects around the ranch here, everything I'm going to be doing on this channel so you guys know more of what you're getting into. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Michael. I'm mid-20 years old, so fresh in the game, but I started working on vehicles pretty early on. Started working on the farm here with my dad on tractors and lawn mowers and fixing fences and whatever we needed to do. I was helping him with his cars too, his vehicles. When I turned 15, I got an old Jeep that didn't run, been sitting on a farm for years, and I fixed that Jeep up. Still have it, sitting over at my parents' house now. But fixed that Jeep up, got it lifted, modified for off-roading, and I used that as an off-road rig for a while. Then at 16, I got my first motorcycle. It was a 1978 Honda CB750. So I took that bike and I fully rebuilt that thing and turned it into a cafe racer. So that was my first motorcycle. Since then, I've had plenty of others, but same with vehicles. So yeah, that's kind of where I got my start, and ever since then I've just been teaching myself little tricks. My dad's taught me plenty from back in the day, and things I'm hopefully able to share with you here on this channel. So other things about me: I'm a degreed mechanical engineer from the University of Cincinnati. So I do have a brain up here. It's not just hillbilly nonsense. I have some knowledge, okay? Somehow I graduated. I'm also a part-time Army soldier. I'm a lieutenant in the Army National Guard right now. So ignore the beard, that comes off. 2 days I got drill. So yeah, National Guard as well. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of me. So I'll start off by showing you guys some of the projects I got here. So first one that there'll be a video coming out on soon is my 97 Sportster 1200. It's a Sportster Custom. So I got this bike. It was a stock bike. And it was dirty. It had been sitting for a while, and quite literally abused most of its life. So I've got this bike turned around. I've already done a lot of work on it as far as parts and maintenance. I've put a chain drive conversion on it, and I fixed a transmission issue. It had no transmission gears. So I fixed that previously before I started filming. I've done bars, seat, filters, and doodads and pegs and add-ons just to get it looking like a cool bike. You know, I like my customs. So got that. I got a video coming up on cleaning the bike up, making it look new again. So first step's going to be the wheels, and I'm going to move on to paint and miscellaneous stuff. So I'll get you in here and look at the bike real quick. So I think it's got, I can't remember if they're 12 or 14 inch bars, honestly. It's got bars and seat and you know, just it's a decent bike, all right? She's a fun little cruiser, and I got it to be my new daily rider. I needed something that I could keep the miles off of this bike. So bring you into the next one here. This is my 2009 Buell XB12R, and if you don't know what a Buell is, it is a spin-off of Harley Davidson. And the lead engineer for Harley's team was Eric Buell back in the day. And Eric Buell spun off and did his own racing stuff. Eventually, Harley liked what he did, and they partnered with him. And they made these bikes, Buell motorcycles. So what this bike is a sport bike chassis. You know, it's got the all inverted forks and single mono shock in the back. And what it has is a Sportster 1200 engine in here. I know it's hard to see because it's hidden. These are very interesting bikes. So the engines are modified by Eric Buell. He did things like head work, cam work, and then he improved the oiling system. So these bikes have a much higher red line than a Sportster. So we're going to get up into the 7s on these Buells. Whereas Sportsters, you're topping around 5,000 to 6,000 RPM. So cool things about this bike, being that it was designed by an engineer as a race bike. The fuel tank is the frame. If you look in here, fuel goes all the way down to this weld. And back here, that's the fuel pump. And then the oil tank is the swing arm. Here's your oil fill. Whereas on a Harley, you know, you got a metal gas tank and your oil tank. So the air box on this is actually this. It's not a fuel tank. Plastic air box. So very cool bikes, a lot of engineering in them. So we'll have some videos on that soon. It's turned into a winter project as well. As you can see, it has a little bit of an oil seepage, weepage going on. Haven't even checked where that's going to be, so I'll tackle that. And then also, this muffler on it is a Micron Serpent muffler. It was the best performing mufflers ever made for these bikes. But over the years, that muffler has worn out, the insides rattle, and I know it's not performing like it should. So I'm going to cut that muffler open and work on rebuilding it. So here I got one of my bigger projects. This again used to be my daily driver, but I've since retired it to start building it. So the car's a 92 Fox Body Mustang. It's a really clean car, convertible flavor. Original paint, original top, and it is a rust-free car everywhere. Is rust-free. I know it's a little bit wet right now sitting outside. Chose the wrong day to film. But so right now I've done a little bit to the car. It's lowered. It has tubular rear control arms. It has a Thunderbird Turbo Coupe rear end with 373 gears and a Positrack. I believe that's about it. But the Thunderbird rear end converted it to disc brakes in the back. So believe that's it on the performance side, but she is a clean rig. So, I mean dirty right now, but clean as in that's an original seat, all original, dash, no cracks. She is a minty rig, that is for sure. So, that's my 92 Mustang, and I'll take you in to show you what kind of work she's getting ready to get. So this right here is the motor that's going to be going into the Fox Body. So this is a 351 Windsor that I've completely rebuilt from the bottom up right now. All new bearings, rings, all that jazz, honed cylinder walls. It is stock bore. Doing this on a budget here. Thing is, I do have piston valve clearance issues with my trick flow heads. So I will be getting some forged pistons. And I think I'm going to be bumping her up to about 10.5 or 11-to-1 compression. Not sure which ones I'm buying yet, but those are coming soon. Converted over to link bar hydraulic roller lifters with trick flow 180 heads and a comp XE282HR cams already inside her. So should be a cool little rig once I get this motor buttoned up. It's been a project for years now, and I finally have time to work on it. So I'll be getting that done. Hopefully in the spring she'll be going into the car. So stay tuned for videos on this engine build. I'll show you some things like checking piston valve clearance and checking your ring gap and various little things. I'll be showing you the tricks on building an engine from the ground up, as far as what I can do, since I've already rebuilt a lot of it. Now I do have to tear it back down to change the pistons, so I'll have some stuff there. Alright, this here's my 96 Power Stroke F250, named Shitbox, and that's because it used to be a manure hauling truck. So this bed's not original to the truck because it had shit in the box and it rotted it out. So, and here's how to prove this ain't the original bed. Unleaded fuel. Well, she's a diesel. So this truck here is again a rust-free rig in desperate need of paint because I don't think this person knew what prep work was. Things I've done, I've gotten underneath her here and I have ground down and painted the frame. I've lifted it 4 inches, put some new 35s under it. As far as engine work, I have put a hydro tuner on it. I've put a coolant filter on it. I did not do that. I need to change that air filter because that's junk. It's got a 4-inch straight pipe all the way back. I had an axle dump, and it's a clean truck too. It's my daily driver now and farm truck. So she's dirty, like I said, it's a daily and a farm truck, but nice clean seat, clean interior, some cracks over there, and a sagging headliner that I'll be fixing here shortly. Again, there'll be videos on that coming if I decide this channel is showing some interest. So keep your eyes open for videos on this truck. Soon we'll be pulling our turbo off to do the up pipes because they're leaking. So I'll be rebuilding that turbo, put a wicket wheel in it, and maybe a 1.0 exhaust housing. Get some more power out of her. And then maybe some injector sticks if we get real crazy with her, but that might be eventually. Over here, we have my 92 F-150. That is a Lightning clone, I guess you could say. So it's got a 351 Windsor swapped in it because it was the 6-cylinder originally. But here's the cool thing, right? They never put this behind a 351 Windsor. So We got a manual 351 Windsor in this girl, and she scoots a little bit, so it's a 351 Windsor, like I said, and it has ProComp 210cc heads, some sort of cam. It was in there before I bought it. Long tube headers, a single plane air gap intake, a Holley Street Avenger 780 carb, HEI distributor. This one needs a little work. This used to be my daily as well. So it was the Mustang first, then it was this. Actually, so it was my Jeep Wrangler first. I still have that at my parents' house. Then the Mustang, then this, now it's the diesel. If you can't tell, I don't get rid of things. So this truck, you'll be seeing me doing some work on her. I may be pulling the engine in the spring. It has a rear main seal oil leak, so might pull that out to check on that and refresh some things in her. But it's a fun little truck. The truck is fairly rust-free. I'm not going to say it's rust-free. There are some issues with it, this being the worst spot. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I might have some bodywork videos coming up on me fixing that. I'll be cutting it out and putting new metal in. Underneath, the truck is rust-free. She's real clean underneath. This truck also has a mini spool in the rear end. So she was not greatest daily driving. She's on 275s, nothing crazy. And she's got fuel cell in the bed. But it's a fun little truck. I had a lot of fun daily driving this thing for years, but I had to retire her. I was getting tired of getting 10 miles to the gallon. So now that I've showed you guys the garage side of the name of the channel, you know, Old Ranch Garage, I'll bring you in and show you the old ranch. So reason I named the channel that, the property I'm on now is my parents' old ranch. My parents used to board horses here as well as breed horses. So at one time we had 15 to 18 horses here. Right now we only have 3 of our personal horses. We have an old Trakehner and we have 2 quarter horses that my parents bred. So right now I'm in the barn, over here, just a normal barn. We got, oh, Shop Kitty was over there somewhere. He's the one that gets rid of all my mice so they don't eat my wiring. He left. Back here you'll see we got the Polaris, we got there's an old 78, I believe, as well as my other bike. A 78 CB750, that's a parts bike. And on the ranch side of things, I'm going to be doing things like helping out with the horses, you know, doing some horse work. As far as checking out their hooves, some wound care, feeding, building stalls for them, repairing fences and water lines and well pumps and whatever it might take to run the ranch. Other things I might be doing are with the tractors. We have an old 2000 Kubota tractor. It's over in the other building that we use for our main farm work. We have a 40s Ford 9N. I believe it's 40s, might even be 30s. Not good on those years. And also a Oliver tractor from the same era. That Oliver tractor in the spring, I plan to get back out working. I'm going to get a bush hog hook up to it and start running. It hasn't run in about 20 years, so that'll be a cool project if you guys want to stick around. So as far as the channel goes, there's your guys' good description of what's going to be happening here. I hope you guys decide to subscribe, like, and comment if you want, and share these videos if you like. It'll help me gauge interest on the channel and see if it's worth it for me to keep going and keep filming these videos. It takes longer to work on my projects and film them, but I think it's going to be worth it. You know, I've been told in the past, I used to do a lot of Snapchat stories of my work, and I've been told a YouTube channel would be a cool thing for me to make. So here I am, and if you guys like the content, like I said, please like and subscribe and share it, and it'll give me that motivation to keep filming and keep bringing you guys this content. Share some of that knowledge I have and some of my redneck engineering ingenuity on fixing stuff. So thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.